Hello guys, Vengeance are here. I'm doing a quick short video today. I'm over here in Velia, and we have some stuff to do. We have some things to do. Let me prep this. I should have done this before I hit record, but I need these, 144 of these, and 180 of those. I've got one other thing. Got 5. This. Disembark. What is that person doing? Probably saw me accidentally cast a skill. Okay, now, the actual thing that I wanted to show. I've been hard at work. Well, I say work. I've been going pretty hard on bartering because I haven't been able to do much else in game. We've been fighting the severe cold here, and it's been pretty much me trying to keep our animals, livestock, whatever you want to call it, alive. So we've only lost one, but it happens, and I don't think that was due to the cold. But here in central North America, we've been having -10 to -20 Fahrenheit temps, and let that sink in. That's not Celsius, that's Fahrenheit. This is pretty low. Everything's cold, everything doesn't work, but even my poor hands, they don't work either. So I haven't been able to grind. I've been busy, but I have been doing a ton of bartering and getting crow coins and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna upgrade the long dong. And I've got everything that I need to turn it into a Garrick Advance. I did consider going for the balance so I could have the upgraded, what's it called? The upgraded reload cannon speed to be a little faster and the speed be a little faster, but I think overall it's more beneficial to go with the advance. So you can look at ship upgrade tree. I mean, I only have 2 to pick from. If you're you can compare them, but if you know about bartering, you already know. But I think the path that I need to do is to go to advance, farm out the carrot gear, get it up, and then start worrying about probably a valor to, I guess, push for blue gear, so I can use the advance to do more bartering, and then we could craft a frigate license, upgrade it to a galleass, and then immediately upgrade it to a valor if I use the advance to barter. And the reason it's better for bartering, for anybody watching that doesn't know, is because you get extra weight limit and inventory slots on the advance. So we're going to upgrade this sucker straight up to the advance. Upgrade. Sweet. Let's get the notification. No, but I bet other people did. Alright. Rations, we need to do that. Could change the name, but I like the name of my mount. Alright, so we need to buy the rations, and I need to manage sailors, and I've already prepped these sailors. I got level 8 and level 9s, and they're all, I forget what they're called when you hire them. But they're the ones that give you the most speed. These guys are a little, the ones in the little red suits are a little slower than the ones in just the regular greenish whitish clothes, but they're all pretty much the same. You can see that it's not very much of a difference, but they're going to add a lot. So let me board all of them, and I think I can have 5 on here. I think that's what we can do, but they're all on here. Now here is my mastery, if anybody's curious. Sailing and bartering, mastery doesn't matter on bartering, but sailing it's 785. I don't have upgraded stuff. I guess I can put that on. It'll give me 5 more. I don't have it upgraded, but let's go dump the 2 pieces of gear that I have on here. And I'll eventually upgrade these. I want to farm the other 2 pieces of gear before I start upgrading. Oops, actually. Let me grab this quest. Easy 30 crow coins for not doing anything. And off we go. Man, that's a lot bigger ship than than the other one that I had. That's awesome. Let me see the speed. 131. So my caravel was like 127, and then the weight capacity of my caravel was 15,000, and we're up to 18.5. So immediate win. The DP I had on the caravel was 90 because I had the plus 10 blue gear, but that'll fix itself when I get the other 2 and start upgrading. So this is awesome. Of course, the cannons, there's a lot more on either side, even being used to a caravel with only like 4 cannons or whatever. So that's cool. I'll pick this back up whenever I'm over at Elia. So strange seeing a big old boat. And of course, I don't have a costume or anything for it. I don't know. I may buy one if I keep going hard into the barter thing. My barter count is 2418. So they've made getting a carrack so easy now. What happened to my boat? My boat. Alright, let's see what the borders look like. Oh yeah, I already did most of these. I'm gonna put that in the other screen so that I can actually see what I'm doing here. 4 to 5, let's see. I got both of those. I want to do that. I got 2 butterflies. I could do a boat manual. And I could do a tier. And I could do a potion. 1, 2, 3. And I can do a rock, which is a Mariner Knights thing. I think I got enough parlay left for that. Yeah. Dun, dun. Let's do the wider world. So basically, I try to keep 2 of each tier 5 barter mat. That way it doesn't overwhelm my storage on space. And I have been running value packs for the last week because I've been gathering as much as I can. I'm Master 22 now. I haven't had the time to be able to get as much as I wanted done. I hate it. It's just burning. Blessing become a Sylph for and the energy is just sitting max, but I just really haven't had time. But all these events, Blessing of Old Moon pack, 7 days, I had 5 of them. I burned 1. I'm just gonna keep using them as long as I'm life skilling and stuff, so that I can keep things going. All right, off we go. Board. So here's how I do this. I usually do it on the other screen. It's easier. So I want to do this one, this one, this one, and this one. These I already have 2 of each. So I usually click these little things and see how far away they are and go to the first one. That's 50, 67, 10. That's usually the furthest. 32 and 32. So I will go for the 6710 one. It's so strange having a giant ass boat. I'll let this guy kind of auto route a little bit. Oh, it turns so much faster too. So, with sailing, you can increase 7.5% for me. And then with barter, just from having barter levels, minus 12% on parlay. I'm going to look at ship stats. So speed, I know that my Carrack is 4 or 5% faster and then the Caravel with blue gear, and that's with 2 extra sailors on there. Where is my cabin status? 50 out of 100. I guess I could have 5 more, right? I probably need to go higher some more, but I worry about weight status as I upgrade the plating and the cannon, and I guess other pieces. It'll add more max weight, right? So I guess that won't be a problem later on, and then I can just get 5 more of these speedy sailors. I want to aim for these, and I don't remember their base name. But when you hire them, they have like a descriptive name that determines what stats they have. You can look up there's a list online, but I think that if I add 5 more sailors and max out cabin status, that'll get my speed up to where it'll be closer. So 5 more, what you're gonna get, like 2.5, 3 per. What are these at? 2.4, 2.6, 3.2. If that guy levels up, he'll probably be another 3.2. So you're gonna get around 3 each. Add 5 more, that's 15%, give or take, like 12 to 15% more speed. So I'll be in like the 145 to 150 range. And then as I upgrade the ship parts and get the other two pieces of armor that are really the ones that give the speed. So if I get those and get everything up to plus 10, I think I'll have plenty of weight to add the sailors, and then I'll have plenty of speed. So maybe I can hit like maybe 160, 170. Plus my sailing is going to continue to go up. Granted, I'm not doing daily quest as much, but as my sailing gets closer to master, I think it'll be better. Guru sailing, I'm not too worried about. Eventually I would like it, but 1 second cannon reload isn't really that big of a deal. But I think that's my progression path. I'm going to keep grinding out crow coins. I got 1,000 left after buying the 2 pieces of green gear that I bought. They're 10,000 a piece, so I need 20,000 to get the other 2 pieces of gear, and then I need, what is it, like 10 to 15,000 on top of that for enough stones to be able to upgrade it all to plus 10, and then I'll be in a pretty decent, okayish spot to just barter and start piling up materials and coins. So many tons of coins for the blue gear, because I'm gonna need like a bunch of upgrade stones for those. And I think I gotta go, what, kill sea monsters like crocodiles or something to collect all the mats for that. And then I need to get this node up here, right? So I can get these blueprints. Isn't it like 10 each or something like that? I don't know. I haven't looked into the Carrot Blue gear because it's a little ways off. I just need to do enough bartering to get crow coins for green gear currently. So that's kind of my mission on that. The other thing that I'm working on in the background is I'm making sure that, since I'm so AFK, I trained up the male Pegasus and I listed it on the market. I think it's sold. I'm pretty sure it did, so I need to go collect that, but I just haven't done it yet. So that'll be like 10 billion silver. And the third thing that I've been working on is the trade crate materials. I said that weird, but I've got my workers over here cranking out. Guess that guy has ran out of mats. Or we still got plenty of blackstone powder. Let's. What was he crafting? I bet he was doing bronze. Let's set him to work on something important. What can we do? We got plenty of stuff here. Don't have enough silver for jewelry, but we can make a few mithril. Let's set him to making some mithrils. I'm just stacking crates. Let's see what I can do with. See how many of these I can send along. A few. 290. So I'm sending them all to Moodle. And here's what I have so far built up. I think if you add all that up, when I added it up before, just off the top of my head, there's 13, 17, 17, 8, probably 18, 25, 31, 32, close to 33,000 crates plus, well, yeah, 33, close to 34,000 crates when you add in the opals, and then several of these hunter things and a bunch of these crystals. So I think that we're gonna keep stacking crates, and whenever I feel like taking the Magnus up there or sailing up there, I'll turn all those in. But I need to remember to stack on my chance tier, my silver embroidered trader's clothes, because I want to get my trading up. It is Master 13, and I want to push that as close to Guru as I can. But I keep semi-AFK processing. I'll set it and then leave it, and then come back and check it. It's not very efficient because my character ends up finishing or being overweight and just kind of standing around. But if there's anything I can do about that, having to be AFK, doing other things, you just got to do what you can with your AFK time. But same with the bartering. Like, I'll set a ship path like this, and then I'll just walk away and come back whenever I need it to, whenever I can, and then I'll just do the barter, and then I'll set the next destination and let it auto route. I know that sailing around probably doesn't make for a very exciting video, but I kind of want to go over a few things. So my main mission now is to finish out the carrot green gear. I'm still working on letting materials build up for the forest path wagon. I haven't even checked how many. Still 1850 there and 160 there. So I'm back to the 2,000 mark pretty well. which is good, and which is half what I need. I get close, I may just end up buying the rest of them, and that'll sort me on mounts. I've got the Carrack, I've got all the tier 9s that I need. I'll have the Forest Bathwagon so I can start really training horses up and pushing for the tier 10 mounts. Once I get all 3 tier 10 mounts, Forest Bathwagon, I have a camel, I have a donkey, I have an elephant. I have a Carrack. I mean, I could farm the other 3 Carracks, or I could get blue gear on this one and then farm the other 3. But I'm just kind of working on maxing out some life skills, getting everything to Guru, maxing out all the mounts, or at least obtaining all the mounts I can get. Taking a break from grinding because I just don't have the drive to grind a ton right now. I still need to grind another hour and use up this scroll in the next few days so that it doesn't just disappear on me. But if it disappears, it's just 1 scroll, whatever. Not too worried about that. But I've been having a lot of fun bartering. Now that I got a big ship and I can haul more, I don't have to do 3 trips for one thing. Like, if you go from 1 to 2s, let me go over this real quick for anybody that doesn't barter. For you guys that know more about bartering or barter all the time, this is going to be boring or maybe even seem like wrong info. But I'm not about more efficient. I mean, I'm just really starting to get into it, so it's not like I know everything. But I always do the normals that I can do, and if I unhide those, I can show the ones that I've did, like beer and grilled bird meat. Always pick up those and do those if I can. Probably not going to do the cotton yarn or the rough black crystals. I use that stuff for other things. But then I will go from level 1 to level 2 and only run the ones that you can get 1 to 3 on. So I had a bunch of these and I could get 3s. So you exchange 1 level 1 for 3 level 2s, and those are the ones that I run from 1 to 2. And it usually takes me 3 trips. I could do 4 at a time with the Caravel. Same with the 2 to 3s. I do whichever ones after I have stuff left over. Cool, child. They want ship repair materials. Whoops, that is not what I meant to click. Alright. Where is barter menu? Level 4 to 5. Hide the ones that I don't want to do. Boat. So this guy we just did, right? No, we did not. 2490, just did this guy. Okay, so 2490, 35 and 47. So that one's the furthest away. So the closest one is going to be this guy here. Question though. Get off my screen. How far away is that? 1490. Okay, so we're going to go there first, but what I need is 3 ship repair materials, which you get from exploring. And I've got several if I can. Here's another little trick that I like to do. I like to back my boat up, get it to turning, and then start mashing the T key, and it'll flip it around. Alright, back to my bartering explanation, regardless of how terrible it is. So I'll do on 1 to 2s and 2 to 3s. I pick the trades that are 1 for 3 if I have the materials for that, and then 3 to 4 is always going to be a 1 to 2. So whenever I get low on some of the more common level 4 stuff that I use, then I'll do these trades. And then 4 to 5 is always, they're always 1 to 1, and I always try to keep like 2 of each around, 2 of each of these around. So like you'll see, I've got 2. I'm trading for 1 of those. I've got 2. Trading for 1 of those, right? Yeah. Actually, I don't think I traded for 1 of those, but I'll do that before I get into the crow coin thing. I'll just have to make another trip. Hazards of recording. I'm worried about what I'm going to say more than what I'm actually doing on the screen. But we'll hand over these ship repair materials just because it's a cool quest that gives me nice 2 luminous cobalt ingots. It gives me a head start on a second Carrack, actually. So I want to push for the combat one because I want the bartering one, and I would like to have a combat one. And then the fastest and the balance, the volant and the balance, I don't really care about as much. But I would like to have a valor so that I could do like Vel or even con with the guild. So I'll push for that, but it'll give me the luminous cobalt ingots are one of the stupid bottlenecks for the Caravel / Galleus blue gear, and I would like to get a head start on that. Because I am still collecting those materials and doing some of that stuff. So I've got 6. If I can get to 30 on that, that'll help. And then the dark iron I'll start focusing on. But those are the 2 big blue gear bottlenecks. The rest of this stuff, it comes pretty easy. Like, I've got more than enough bright reef piece and more than enough enhanced tree coated plywood, I think. Moonscale plywood, I'll probably have to farm quite a bit in seaweed stalks, but I'll eventually get that. Oh, and the other thing I want to look at was I've got a bunch of beginner artifacts, expert, and combat. I always focus combat because they seem to be a little bit of a bottleneck too. Swimming here is pretty quick because I got my Sharky suit. And we're going to take out these pirates. See ya. Give me the cobalt ingots. But cobalt ingots and the Great Ocean dark iron are the 2 big bottlenecks because you can't get them from daily quests. So yes, whenever I can go ahead and pick up one of those pretty easily, then that's what I'm going to do. This one's pretty close. Mash the T key. Port the ship around. So, I'll quit rambling on. I just kind of wanted to show upgrading the Caravel to the Carrack on screen, and I've been saving that for a little while, and I'm to the point now where I'm doing more bartering, so I needed the extra weight and the faster movement, so I want to go ahead and upgrade to the Carrack. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue bartering and try to get as many crow coins as possible. When I'm done with these level 4 to 5 good barters, so that I can have 2 of each, then I'll barter refresh, and I'll go for the trade item, because that way I can get the crow coins. If you're actually going for Carrack mats, you want to do ship material refresh when you can, because it guarantees ship materials instead of regular barters. But I don't have a need for that right now. So we're just doing trade item barter refresh as many times as I can during the day. I'll refresh once, do all the coins and any level 4 to 5s that I need, and then I'll instant refresh again. And then I'll wait the 4 hours and refresh a second time. So I can get 3 in a day if I do it as efficiently as possible. But just depends on how much I'm able to sit here. Anyway, I hope that it's a little bit different kind of content. I want to focus on some life skills here and there, and put enhancing on the back burner while I collect materials. And I am going to upgrade my Vel's heart as soon as I can, but I'm collecting silver for that. So I've got 29 billion there. The extra Pegasus will give me like another 10 billion. And then I don't know what the trade crates will give me. Probably 10 to 20 billion. It just depends on how many I have saved up whenever I go ahead and trade them in. So I'm going to try and push for like 50,000 before I trade them in. and it'll take me like 30 minutes or so to trade them in, just running back and forth. So I'll go ahead and full buff on the life skill buffs and trade those in. So it'll be pretty good. So we anchor, can explore, so we exchange, and then we bring the barter menu back up. And I've got 2 left, so boat manual or you're 1860, 29. So we go to the closest one, and then we make our way back to Ilia. But that's all I got for the day. Trying to put a little bit extra videos out. So thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, or at least were entertained, or see how I make silver and or progress. So have a good rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. I'll come up with something. I don't know what yet, but I'll come up with something for Friday's video. Maybe I'll do some gathering, or I will do something. I'll do something. So see you then. As always, until next time.